Previously on the Dosyonkos podcast.
I feel like a lot of motherfuckers got the moment. Even Flock got a moment. Even I hate his guts. He had a sick sequence though. I can't even lie.
I'm with you.
I can't even lie.
Nah.
He had a sick sequence, bro.
He did.
I hate his guts, but that last sequence, nigga. Back like we never left with another episode of the Dosyonkos podcast. It's your boy, your co-captain SV, Samuel Vinsmoke. Here, my brother, Deion Chapter was cracking.
Yo, my boy. This is episode 52.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a year of content,
A year's worth of content, bro. Wow.
Oof. Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we made it out here. And what an episode. Fake finale.
Yo, my God.
To land on, you know what I'm saying?
The perfect one.
The AOT fake finale. You know what I'm saying? So your boys are back. Episode 52. Shit's crazy. New 52 on some DC shit. But we out here.
That's comedy.
We out here. Regular shit. We got a recap going. Deion's gonna talk about the new JJK movie. He watched that. He also watched one episode of Sailor Moon because we're thinking about doing a rewatch. So that's probably going to start soon. So we'll talk about that. I finished Hina Matsuri last night, so I'll talk about that joint because that joint was all right. I'll give my thoughts about that shit. And then we're going to go into the main meat between two shores where we reach the fucking shore. You know what I'm saying? Of the fucking fake finale of AOT, Dawn of Humanity, where this shit was a fucking solid episode. So I'm hyped to talk about that shit for sure.
Yeah.
That's on the young docket for today.
It's been a wild ride, like these past couple months, man.
Yeah, bro. AOT been going crazy, and like the fake finale was pretty valid. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Even though it was a fake finale, it was pretty valid.
It was. I you know what? And I definitely have some serious feels on that.
I'm hyped to talk about that shit because I really liked it. Yeah, I really fuck with that shit.
So it's funny. It's funny that you said you fuck with it because it's like, we'll save this because it's so juicy. It's like once I say it, you're gonna be like, dog, I feel you on this. But Sam's also gonna always come through and correct me with his amazing knowledge of just like, bro, like you feeling that way because your head can't. I know, bro. I'm impulsive as fuck.
Yeah, I always have to because I do it all the time with especially with One Piece. Like the series is OD that I always have to temper myself to remember like what's actually in the story.
Yeah,
you gotta temper. You'll be like, all right, did that actually happen, or am I making that shit up, or did I think that could happen based on things? You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta keep yourself honest.
Gotta keep
yourself honest.
Oh man. So I guess I gotta kick this shit off with the with the JJK movie.
Yeah, talk about that shit. I still want to see it. Maybe one of these coming days, or still gotta catch that shit, bro.
So I'm not gonna like spoil it at all. I'm just gonna kind of like give like a general like overview of it.
Hell yeah.
So I love the movie and its animation,
of course,
and I love the movie and its premise to like and its story plot line. Like the plot is really cool, and we also got to see I forgot the cursed speech user.
Yeah, I hear you see him a lot more in this shit because I watch a YouTuber who said their favorite character is the speech guy because before they watched the anime, they had read this like prequel first and they really fuck with him. So I'm like, I knew he was kind of like more prevalent in the prequel or whatever.
Yeah, he's really strong. And we also got another kind of like glimpse into the powers of the guy, the samurai guy who's like we find out is like
Gojo's like old friend. He has to be kind of old homie, bro. The guy with the scar on his head, right? I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot it. I forgot his
name. Yeah, but the guy who's pulling all the strings in the actual season.
So I thought it was
Gojo's friend. I knew it. It's obvious.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. You know, I think just JJK's premise is one of the strongest ones in the game, just because the whole cursed energy
right now, bro. It's
really
so good.
Yeah, right. It's like really easy to like I think that's what the case is. JJK is easily explainable. Like you can like the way they get their powers
Yeah.
is very easy, and like the curses is very easy to understand. It's not like, yeah, there's some moon people from like let's just like for example, let's use Naruto. It's like, oh, they got their chakra from the Sage of the Six Paths who came from I forgot the chick's name, but like she's a moon Kaguya. She's a moon alien, and like you don't know the extent. They're like, nah, bro, curses are from people's negative emotions.
Yeah,
that's it. And curses develop and are more prevalent in places of higher negative energy. Like all that shit is very easy to understand. So like
you don't have to. It makes logical sense. Whereas like animes use anime logic. Yeah. Whereas JJK is very much like normal, regular ass logic. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Where it's just like, yeah.
You don't have to like. That's the thing. You don't have to like learn a new language as far as like the logic. You just get to learn the people, which is kind of easy on your brain. Like realistically, it does feel a lot simpler. Like allows you to get get involved in the story when you don't have to try to understand. Even like One Piece is like that. Like, thankfully, it started off slow, but it's like, wait a minute. Like, you got devil fruits, you can't swim, but you can like walk around in the rain. Okay, so it's literally just swim. All right, like, okay,
it's like, they explain that shit like in Arlong Park, but like until you get there, Arlong Park is like episode 50.
Yeah,
like you don't get there, and like when you find out, it's like a portion of your body has to be in the water for it to kick in. Yeah, that's why it's swimming. That's why when Luffy's in there, like pull his head out and he can't move or whatever.
Yeah.
But like in the beginning, you're just like, what the fuck?
Exactly. And you're like, what is going on? You're like, or like, you're like, oh, this is sea prism stone. You're like, wait a minute. So like it affects you like water, but so yeah, you just have to like jump through hoops and like kind of like you said, keep retraining your brain. Where like JJK is just like very logically sound. You're like, oh, okay, negative energy, like
just regular logic. Whereas like I said, like other shows have anime logic.
Yeah. So I love that.
You have to learn.
Yeah.
By watching a lot of anime, you got to understand what the fuck's going on.
So, the movie, my takeaways are the movie's animation was great, the soundtracks were great, the premise is always good. What I think is hard with movies, like that's why I think Demon Slayer movies are the best because they try to make them somewhat canon.
Yeah.
And like My Hero ones are also pretty good because
this is canon though. It's a prequel. It's canon.
And that's what I don't like.
It's just a prequel.
Yeah. Okay. So like that's what I was like. I didn't like how rushed. So it felt like the guy's character was rushed, and that's what I don't like about movies because you kind of have to rush people. You don't get to like spread it out over like 2-3 episodes, 4 episodes. Like they're trying to also like jam pack like fights and whatever. And
They gotta fit a lot into this movie.
Yeah, so like you essentially get like one episode's worth maybe of this guy, but like it gets about him. So like you're trying to learn like his backstory, the story, like I don't know. It felt like I said, I felt like there was too much going on. It was too hectic, which JJK usually isn't hectic. Yeah. And that's just that. Like other than that, though, it was like really sick. Like like I said, I love JJK as anime. Like I love all of the stuff that comes with it. The grades, your grade 1, 2, 3, 4, or special. That's it. Yeah. You're not like in the powers. It feels to me like the power rankings don't actually change. Like you don't like, one day you're like a grade 1, but then like you have like great like special grade powers, like like it's like you do something special, you special. That's it. Like like, some animes be doing that. Like you think of like Hunter x Hunter, it's like or Hunter x Hunter. It's like bang. Like some people be doing weird shit all the time, flopping in and out of power rankings. Dragon Ball Z just doesn't exist. That's why once again, I'm sorry, my DBZ fans. But Dragon Ball Super really fucking annoyed me. Once people start going Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct, like stop. You should have just left us at 1, 2, and 3 and just started throwing good hands. Like what I mean?
But we knew this had to happen. Once we started getting Super Saiyan 2, we knew it was over for Dragon Ball Power and shit, bro. Like after that, it's just the motherfucker just continued to be,
Yeah.
Just make Super Saiyan 3 and his hair's longer now.
Yeah,
Like, bro, okay, cool.
Super
Cool.
Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan.
He's a monkey now.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, the monkey
bro,
form
I don't
is
give a
sick.
fuck.
But that's what
I
it
don't give
should
a
have
fuck about
been,
that
though.
shit, bro.
That's why I'm mad. Like, with Dragon Ball, like, I thought that would be sick if you went Super Saiyan 1, and then you went monkey form, and then you went, like, one more change. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dragon Ball pretty much has, like, a hybrid form, which is sick. You know what I mean? And that's what I would have loved. I would have just loved it to be that. Like, you go Super Saiyan
Yeah,
1.
I don't know. That shit's kind of whack.
I don't know.
I'm not really a fan of any of the Super Saiyans after like Super Saiyan 2.
I like the monkey form, bro. With the tail.
I'm not even a fan of GT anyway, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of GT anyway.
But that's
what I think would be better is I remember when Gohan got older, adult Gohan, and he unlocked his potential to fight a Super Buu, whatever. That to me was more sick than going another Super Saiyan. But then they make it dog shit because he loses to Super Buu in like 10 seconds. So like the show is just with power is just weird because like in like for a story it's way cooler for someone to train and to unlock their full potential and have that be a fighting style rather than I'm just gonna yell harder and go Super Saiyan 3. Like that shit is whack, bro. And then they make Ultimate Gohan dog shit because he loses in 10 seconds. And he gets absorbed. Like, bro, that shit is trash. Like, I'm so mad about that shit. Like, I still get pissed off about how they treat Gohan in that show. Like, Gohan should have been the fucking main character after Cell, bro.
I thought wasn't there like some speaking how like that was supposed to be the thing, and then everyone
and then Toriyama backed off and then brought Goku back again.
Yeah, that ruined it for me. Honestly, that should have ruined it. Once he came back like
sick
13
to my
times,
stomach, bro.
Yeah, it was terrible. But yeah, no. I mean, but when you think about it in that sense, though, man, like you have Super Saiyan, you have regular like Ki training form, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, like you have Kaioken before that, Kaioken before that.
Yeah, and then I wouldn't be mad if like this is how I like. So personally, this is how I thought Dragon Ball should have had their power scaling system. It should have went. You had the Kaioken, the Ki, whatever, the training. Super Saiyan 2 should have been Super Saiyan 3 without the hair, just like a buffed up version where you gain power but you lose speed.
Yeah,
which is like you map that to like things like so you go from like a really good fighting, like agility, like combat stance, like Rock Lee, but then you move up to a little bit bigger, like boxing style, like bigger dude, but you're slower, but you hit harder. So you use that. You rotate between the two, which will give you like very diverse fights. Then you go 3, which would be like their third form would just be the hybrid monkey form, which you would gain a speed and power boost, and a tail, so you could like fight in a different sense.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So like then that you could use that tactic now, like against people who have tails or whatever. So now you can open up the gates for that. So like now you have a third level, and then your last thing is nothing. Like that's it. You just the last. So this would be the last one. The last one would be the Godzilla form.
I'm not even a big fan of that anyway. I do like, even though I hate all the other ones, and then I hate that he has to go through 10 Super Saiyans to get there. I think Ultra Instinct is cool as a power, like being able to just reactively, like, like your body is so, like, your mind is so fucking empty or whatever that you instantly react to all these like punches and shit. Like that's cool, but the fact that you have to go through 5 Super Saiyans to get there is trash.
That's what
I'm saying. That's my problem with that shit. Like that's the coolest form since Super Saiyan 2. Like 3, in my opinion, is whack. Only thing is like he has long hair. Like what else is that about Super Saiyan 3? Is that he's stronger? I guess. Like,
yeah, well that's the thing. I think if they did that shit in a sense where they gave diversity to fights because of the power ups, then you would probably like things like that. But because it just doesn't change how like. When you're fighting, how he fights against Cell or Boo is the same. But like, if he wanted to go 3 to fight Broly because he's stronger, so you need that power. But then like you need the speed against Kid Boo, so you stay in Super Saiyan 1. That would be cool.
Yeah.
it would give real reasons to be in these, not just like, all right, like pretty much Super Saiyan 1 is obsolete.
Yeah.
You never need to go.
Once he gets a new power up, the other one's done.
Yeah.
The other one, I guess, like Super Saiyan 1 is like kind of his base form now. So like it's not really useless. But Super Saiyan 2 and 3 are useless now.
Yeah.
As soon as he got Ultra Instinct and shit, or Super Saiyan God, like, nigga, what the fuck is he using Super Saiyan 3 for?
My prime example is, I think, so this is, that One Piece being goated. One Piece is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. In One Piece, their forms mean something. Like Luffy's forms change, and he uses the forms as directed towards like the powers of the fight. Yeah. You know? Like, he doesn't have to go, like, he can awaken the fruits, and, like, people could do that, but Luffy was in Bounce Man, or Snake. He went to Snake Man, because Katakuri's just faster. Yeah. There's real reasons to this. It's not just Snake Man is the default best, you know? I'm using this because I need to do this. If that's how Dragon Ball was, it would actually probably be goated.
Yeah, but the fights in One Piece and Dragon Ball are so different, because, like, even Oda has said it. Oda, like maybe like 3 years ago, when the interview was talking about, like, he didn't know how Luffy was gonna beat Kaido, because he's like, readers are not gonna be satisfied if Luffy just punches Kaido really hard, which is a fact, and that's what happened in Dragon Ball. Goku yells really loud, then he punches them hard, and then they die, and that's every fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is.
That.
That's exactly what it is. Like, look at fucking a fight against Jiren, bro. What happens? How do they beat Jiren? They punch him in the face, him and Frieza.
Yeah, they jump that nigga though. Yo, Dragon Ball Z, you got the best jumps. Yo, they be jumping niggas all the time.
Only one rivaling JJK, bro. That's the only one rivaling.
Yeah, that's
JJK with the jumps, bro. They be jumping niggas for real.
That's funny. You're right though. Yeah. So that was
so like, I don't know, man. It's Dragon Ball is a weird show now in like 2020.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like back then, this shit was OD.
It was popping.
But like now, when I think even a second about this shit, I'm like, bro, there's like, this shit don't make sense.
Don't make no sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. And we're looking about Dragon Ball Z. Not Dragon Ball, because I know Dragon Ball is more cohesive for sure.
Yeah,
as a story. We're talking about Z. Like, Z is insane.
Z pass, but no,
Z and Super.
You're right. Dragon Ball to me was the like,
it's a very cohesive story. Yeah,
it's strong. Like, because they train. Like, this nigga trains and become like they get stronger and they throw hands. You know, they don't just gain ultimate power. It's like the power scaling just gets too outlandish in Z, bro. Yeah.
It gets, and it's just like the motherfucker starts like at 100, and like, where do you go from there, bro?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Oda started at 1 with a clown, nigga. That's Luffy's first opponent, it's a clown. You know what I'm saying? Goku's first opponent is a fucking monkey brother from space. Like, where do you go from that, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, his half brother who's a half monkey from space he'd never met before.
Yeah.
So where do you go?
Yeah. Fucking insane. Special Beam Ken.
That shit is funny, bro. A little Dragon Ball tangent, bro.
Yeah, that was a good one. So,
like we're saying, Dragon Ball for what it is. You have to really, now you got to watch it for what it is.
Yeah.
You can't, at least for me personally, I can't go in that shit looking for a fucking plot, bro. I got to turn my brain off and be like, all right, I'm going to see some niggas throw hands right now.
That's true.
And then you can enjoy it. Once you think for a second about the plot, your fucking brain starts melting.
I just picture you like, you know, I just pictured you like watching it and be like, wow, these guys are throwing some good hands. And then like a bubble just pops up. And it's like, wait a minute. Like, this is like...
I swat away, chill. Don't think about these fucking thoughts. They just wait for me.
God damn, bro. That's too funny.
That shit is weak.
Oh, man. So yeah, JJK,
damn,
like...
I don't know how we got to Dragon Ball.
JJK,
but
yeah, I don't know.
So funny.
It deviated, but we got there. And
that shit's sweet.
Yeah, shit. So yeah, JJK. I say watch it. I wouldn't have given it like the crazy ratings that it got.
Yeah.
But for what it is, like for a prequel to like the canon series,
Yeah,
It does its
I'm a
job.
plot guy though. If it gives me more insight on everybody, it's gonna get a high rating for me.
That's the thing. Not really. It doesn't.
It doesn't. Oh, okay.
Nah. Like you get to see someone use their power, but like
Yeah.
you don't get like explanation.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
you pretty much get so you pretty much just get a nigga's training arc. Just condensed in a movie.
It's this Utah just training and shit, getting stronger. Okay.
Yeah. It's literally that. Like you remember how we always talk
about his kid shit? Yeah.
Yeah. Remember we talked about like watching like people train, but like what we really want is like a 5-minute snippet to like how he got there. This is like more like a legit 10 minutes. Like this is literally him training. Like
okay, damn.
Like,
yeah, I still gotta see that shit though.
It's good. It's definitely goated. So I give props. Sailor Moon was really this is like we were just talking about like Dragon Ball. Like you gotta like shut your brain off. I gotta bring myself back to like the 90s because like being where we are now in anime.
Yeah.
It's like watching that type of anime. You're like,
I know. Ooh. I really like it though. I love 90s animation now, bro. Because I'm watching Outlaw Star on my stream right now, and it's also from the 90s, and like it has that hand drawn like Yu Yu Hakusho 90s. I love it. Just brings me back to like some of my favorite anime, like
the nostalgic feel.
Like it just brings me back to like some of my favorite stories, bro. I love it.
So I gotta just get there. I gotta get back.
I feel you. Yeah, I've been there because I've been watching these shits like since Yu Hakusho. I've been watching anime shit all the time. So but I've been there, but I feel you.
I can't give like Yu Yu Hakusho is like that's goated. Like when I think about Yu Yu Hakusho, it's really good.
One. Yeah, it's like top 3 animes ever. Yeah. Top 2 for me. It's so good. It's the best.
So, but yeah, when you're watching like Sailor Moon, you gotta like like you said, it's drawn. You gotta remember that you're not.
Of course.
2022.
In this exactly, you gotta turn your brain back to that time.
So I watched the one episode and it was a hard like. Not converging process.
It's a hard switch. Like, it's a hard switch because you like hard switch like from like watching JJK movie to fucking Sailor Moon.
It was like
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like a hard cut.
And like the comedy in it too, like everything is 90s. Like
of course.
So it's so wild to just like honestly step back in a time machine. You're just like you really feel like that.
Yeah,
but and like some of the villains, like the beginning was a witch, and like it was so sick. It was like a witch, and she's like trying to suck the energy from people, and they're like, "You dark ruler." And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like Sailor Moon, throw your crown at her. She's like, "Huh? What? Like what?" And I was like, "Dude, this is so old, 90s so gimmicky. Funny. This is hilarious."
Yeah, that shit's so good.
But the the intro, the song,
it always had a good intro. Yeah, I always had a good intro. I remember.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I think we can get it popping because, like you said, this is the Mandela effect for me at 100. I don't remember this episode, but I know. Like I saw the witch. I'm like, I've seen that witch before.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't think I ever watched this episode. But I had to have watched it. Like I had to have watched it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I really feel you. Like. It's weird like that because there's definitely anime after a while I felt that way too. Like if I don't watch Cowboy Bebop for like every couple years, I forget some of the plot. Yeah. I just remember the fights and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I forget a lot of like the main beats because like that shit's like from so long ago. And you watch so much stuff in between that like nigga, you could ask me shit about Naruto when I can't remember it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Hunter x Hunter too, there's parts of that shit I don't know about. Like, only thing I really know for a fact is One Piece. I can probably know everything. That's because I've been reading consistently. Like, I haven't stopped ever. Yeah. Whereas these other stories, they stop.
Yeah, they're some of them stop because we didn't want them to. Sorry.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter, sad.
Sad days.
Togashi, please come back. Or at least let your wife finish it. Yeah. Because we know she's good because she wrote Sailor Moon. We know she's good. Yeah. Let her finish it, Togashi, please. Jesus.
Yeah. Let Hunter x Hunter be like I always like the premise of that one too. So please let her. There was an April Fool's joke that went around.
I saw it, but I didn't believe it instantly. I was like, Togashi's not. I'm like, bro, I didn't believe that. As soon as I saw it, I didn't believe it.
I believe this.
That one's not gonna catch me. I know Togashi, bro.
to get the excitement back. I was like, oh, it's coming back.
It's sad. Just remember the day it is. Like fuck.
Rip help. So yeah, that was pretty much my watch throughs, and like nothing crazy. Just like remembering the nostalgic feeling of like how '90s animes are drawn, the comedy, the plot, like what they find important. Like
and it's definitely. Like Sailor Moon definitely has a different feel as well because like not only it's 90s and shit like that, it's a female story. It's like a girl driven story, you know what I'm saying? So like it's definitely gonna have a different vibe on what they're dealing with, their problems, all type of shit. So that's what I fuck with.
I agree with that, and that's I guess that's like my ending like statement on it was it's just that one was so different then, and it kind of is different now.
Of course.
So it's just like
I feel that. Yeah, I'm excited to watch that shit, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I'm excited to watch that shit.
This is episode. We're done with the shores, so we gotta do something.
True, yeah.
Started off with a banger.
True. Shit. Well, I started tonight then. I finished Hina Matsuri, so I started tonight then.
Oh yeah, spit that game on that.
I finished it. It's 12 episodes. One thing I will say is that I'm tight. There's no season 2. Not because I think that it's overwhelmingly good. It's just that the way they leave off the last episode, I need to know what happens.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So first off, I'll give I look at my rating first. Like I don't think this is like a 9 or an 8. It's a solid anime, like a solid 7.5. You know what I'm saying? Like not everything has to be like overwhelmingly good. You know what I'm saying? It's just a solid anime. And what I attribute it to is like it kind of gives me like Family Guy vibes, but in an anime where like one thing will happen, but then the episode is about something else. You know what I'm saying? Family Guy does it all the time where like it'll introduce a point in the beginning of this fucking episode, right? And you think it's going there, but then it'll veer somewhere like slightly off, and that's where the episode goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're definitely right.
It has shit like that. So for example, like in one of the final episodes, not really a spoiler, but like the premise of the episode is like the Hina goes on a school trip, right? And you think that the episode's gonna be about her school trip, right? But in actuality, it's that she gets lost in this school trip on a mountain. And that's what the episode's about. You know what I'm saying? So like you think it's like, all right, it's gonna be some regular school trip episode, whatever. But then like, oh no, find out, oh no, the bitch got lost in the mountain. Now you have to follow her and figure out what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of has a vibe where like you don't really know what the fuck's gonna happen, bro. Like,
gotta keep them guessing, right?
It's really what it is. Like it'd be random, bro. And like that's kind of what I liked about it because like I never really knew where the shit was gonna go. You just kind of have to be along for the ride. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense, and it's like good because you're just like don't get caught up in monotony of like
a strictly comedy. You know what I'm saying? So like having these kind of unpredictable turns and shit like works in its favor of it being supposedly primarily what job is to make you laugh. That's primarily what it's gonna do. You know, it's trying to be funny. So like having these kind of veers off of in these random directions and these random tangents work for the story. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, that sounds like a fun time.
I fucks with it. Yeah, it's definitely that. Like it's definitely like unlike anything I ever really watched, bro. Oh. Because like there's like no action until the last episode. There's legit no fighting.
Oh, so this is just
until
like
the last. It's legit like slapstick comedy. Like she breaks a vase, like the dude's expensive vase or something, trying to clean the house. Like it's like a sitcom. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like that.
Oh, is it? But then this is the one you're talking about with the little girl who came from the different dimension.
A little girl. Yeah, she came from I don't know which the dimension. Like they don't even explain where the fuck they came from, bro. They get dropped here.
Yeah.
Or whatever. The kid. And it's not even like she's the only one. There's 3 people come from this like organization, they call it.
Yeah.
So like these people, they experiment. I don't even know. It could be like in the world, and then this organization like takes kids or they experiment them on whatever. Who knows? We have no idea about the organization at all. Like, they don't explain shit.
That's funny. Okay.
So we know this girl is from an organization. She has special powers, and then she goes to this guy's house. She drops there, and then he takes care of her. But then there's 2 other girls who come to find her who get stuck in the real world or in Tokyo as well. And then they're all doing their own thing, and they're other characters. And one of the girls is the one who fights. And like she has her own little story and how she gets to fight and shit like that. It's just insane. It's the most random shit ever, bro. It's just fucking great. Random. Like that's the best way I could put it. It's just fucking random in the best way possible. It's random.
This boy Sam is like really on it. He's like, yo.
Yeah, like I said, it's not overwhelmingly good. I'm not gonna give it like an 8.5, like a 9, but like a solid like 7.5, 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I give it because it's fucking solid.
Solid.
As a palate cleanser, like you watching all this heavy shit, like Eren destroying the world and shit, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need it.
It's valid for shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you do.
But I need a season 2. I need a season 2, bro. Like because the way they left the shit off, like I need to know what the fuck happens. Like you can't just leave me off like that. I don't want to spoil it. But at the same time, like you can't just leave me like that, bro. You can't do it.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
You can't, bro. I'm tight.
That's great, dude. That's so awesome. Like I just really think the way you've been talking about it, like, honestly, so I just have to say like a big thanks to the world right now, since this is our 52nd episode. Like I think of sometimes when we like chat about shit like this, like it's really good for a human at some point, because we will be like chatting about shit, and then you'll bring up like a new anime, or like I'll bring up something new, and like I vicariously get to like live that anime feel, like without watching it.
Yeah,
and, like,
I feel that.
Having this time to like chat about that shit, it's like, oh, okay, like I've never even looked at the Hinamatsuri, but now I feel like I've watched it a little bit, enough to want to like watch it.
The vibe, exactly. I feel that for sure. Hell yeah.
Like literal catch the vibe.
Hell yeah, that's a fact. That's just weak. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I finished that joint, so I haven't been really watching much else. I've been reading T-Bait. T-Bait's going crazy. Our boy Arthur's back. Like, bro, when I tell you, when I tell you this man T-Bait is really on some other shit, like I really never like. I will just say this. A character got his balls crushed in the last chapter. I'll say it again. A character got his balls, his family jewels, crushed. Shit. Last chapter. I never seen something like that in a story in my life, bro. And he deserved it.
Okay.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
It was brutal, bro. When I tell you, like, T-Bay is really on some shit right now.
That's a little wild. In an anime?
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way he's gonna do this right now. Like, no way. And he did. And he deserved it. And like he spit the coldest bar before he did it. He said the coldest bar. He's like, I'm gonna make sure your filth doesn't spread to the next generation. That's what he told the nigga, bro. Like, that's OD, bro. Yeah, T-Bait is really, really good. Read T-Bait. If y'all haven't, if I want a good story, read fucking T-Bait, bro.
Yo, hit the shameless plug, bro.
Please, just do it.
Put the shameless plug in there.
It's not fucking long. Oh, if you want to watch my reactions for T-Bait, you can go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/stylish and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I drop chapters every Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've been watching your fucking
bro.
I've been watching your drops, man. Like,
it's so good. Like, only story competing with T-Bait for me right now is One Piece, bro. Oh. Only thing is competing with One Piece, bro. Like, T-Bait right now is too good, and like the author is very, and like it's written very well in terms of the author knows how to get emotion out of you. For example, like 2 chapters ago, the author gave us a backstory on one of Arthur's friends, the main character Arthur's friends, and then in the same chapter they had her get hurt really badly. You know what I'm saying? So he did it on purpose. So he gives you the backstory, making you care about said character more, learn more about her. She has a fault in her character. She she overcome something in her character in one chapter, all for her to get hurt and for it to hit harder. You know what I'm saying? Like on purpose.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
So like it's also written very well too. Like can't say enough good enough about it. It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, hey. As we always say, if you want to find out about this shit, read that shit.
Read that shit, bro. I'm telling you.
That's
it's
awesome.
too good.
I'm
it's
glad.
Too good.
Glad you're vibing to it because you've been vibing with it for a minute,
Yeah, bro. It's so good. It's too fucking good. So shit, we here?
I mean, dog. we're at the spot.
The shores of Marley. At the shores of Marley.
Yo,
about to start stomping.
God, I was a little actually. So there's a moment in this. I was just like, oh shit, this is how it is. I was so confused. I didn't know these motherfucking Titans were swimming.
I thought they crossed the ocean, bro. How did they cross the ocean?
I thought they were just like walking.
On the shore, on the floor. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was like that.
It's
I was
way
like,
worse.
Yeah, when they were literally paddling their little feet.
It's nigga, not even paddling, nigga. They Michael Phelps. Full on freestyle, nigga. I'm like, yo, these niggas over here like fish.
Yeah, I was not prepped for that. But I was confused though. So the confusing part to me was like, remember how Armin beat Bertolt and he's like, oh, these colossal titans, they like wither away after like using their energy for too long.
Yeah.
I was like, how are you swimming fucking across the ocean?
I don't know. These colossals in the rumbling are probably because these are all from the walls. So these could be very different than how the others work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we don't know. Like these could just be more durable because they were made with the wall hardening and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't really know. And we do see that some of them have like the face plates and shit on their face. So I don't know, like what their deal is. All I know is that they seem way stronger than normal colossus because we're getting ahead of ourselves. But when they get to the fucking fleet and they fry them to a crisp with the steam, it's way stronger than the normal steam that the other shit gave off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it burned them instantly.
Yeah, you're right. So,
whereas like the other steam, like it took a minute. Armin didn't get crisped. For like minutes, he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like minutes.
He was crispy for a couple minutes.
He was there, like he was there, chilling there for like at least. So like Aaron had to like make the fucking crystal first, so he'd stay there for at least a couple minutes. Yeah. Whereas these soldiers got fried instantly.
Yeah,
instantly.
Yeah.
I think they're just different. These I think these rumbling ones from the walls are just a different kind of colossal, bro.
Probably.
That's what it seems like.
And it makes sense too.
Like, yeah.
Because they were just like locked away for so long. Like, maybe they just have stored hundreds of years of stored energy. Like,
yeah, who knows, bro?
Yeah, who knows? Well, that's fucking weird. So yeah, I mean, to kick it off, right? Like, this whole episode was and like. All right, I'm just gonna say how I feel. I was fucking pissed.
Why?
Because just like getting like it was exactly what you said. It just like wasn't gonna end, and I was like,
I told you.
I felt so built up for it to be like a really like grand slam like finale.
Yeah,
and it didn't feel that way, and like it felt like a finale.
Because it's not a finale. Yeah. Because we know there's at least, I don't know how many episodes they're gonna have, but there's 9 chapters left to adapt from the manga. Yeah. There's 9 chapters left. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fucking information. So there's no way they were gonna do that in one episode, bro. So I already knew it was not gonna be a real finale.
Yeah.
Like I've been like
the hype. So that's like what I think the issue is the hype that they put on it. Like it didn't live up to the my expectation of the hype. So by doing that, like it tarnished my like future. Like I'm not gonna get hype for the next one, even if it's good. I'm not gonna be hype, which is like bad. Like you shouldn't have hyped this and hyped the last. because the more I want to talk about it, the more I'll be willing to watch it. Like, I'm gonna watch it because I want to finish it. I don't think it was bad. It's just that it became bad because they made it hyped, and it didn't need to be hyped.
Yeah.
Like, you just didn't need to hype it. That's my
I
position.
mean, yeah,
Like,
I feel you, but I feel like that's just they're gonna hype it regardless because they want to get to watch the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's hard for them to not hype it regardless of what is in the episode because, like I said, if you watch this shit, you could tell there's no way they could end this story and wrap everything up in the last episode. It's not possible.
Yeah.
So like, they have to they can't like just not promote this shit because it's not the finale, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I get what you're saying that like it's hard because they did build up to this shit, but at the same time, like it's not the real finale. This is another episode in the season. You know what I'm saying? Like it's only the finale because they cut it for part 3. This is end of part 2. It's only the end of Act 2. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really a finale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said fake finale, bro. That's what I've been calling it.
The
fake finale.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
So I was like, Like
I enjoyed the episode a lot, though. I really didn't like this one.
I did. I liked it too. Like, other than me being upset that it was a fake finale.
Yeah.
That's like, I really also did enjoy this episode tremendously. It was a serious.
It's so like, it gave me what I wanted, which is Erin's Erin's like mindset.
Yeah. It
gave me what I finally fucking wanted, bro.
Yeah. The way the way they framed everything, it was the wholesome episode we needed throughout like the whole series, you know? Like, yeah. Like we've gotten some of them, and like the campfire wasn't like the one we needed. This was the
campfire
one.
It wasn't wholesome, the campfire. The campfire was just airing out fucking dirty laundry. Yeah. Like that wasn't really wholesome. No. Like this one is like you fully understand now how Eren got to where he is. Yeah. You fully get it. And like you now understand that this motherfucker didn't just flip a switch and decide to just murder motherfuckers. Like, no. Like, he's been consistent from the jump, and he truly thinks that this is the only way to protect him and his. Yeah. It's the only way, based on everything he's seen, not only in his memories, because he knows the fucking future, don't forget. Yeah. He knows the future. So not only everything he's seen in his brain, but everything he's seen with his own 2 eyes makes him believe that this is the only way I can protect my people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to be here for much longer. I got 3 years at max. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what he says it in the episode. I got 3 years max. I got to make sure they live long lives. Yeah. Which is funny because like actually his homies are all like his close. He only has 2 homies that are living, like, because Armin's getting fucking clipped too, right? So yeah, but everybody though, like he's not talking about just Armin. He's talking Mikasa, Connie, John, Hanj, Levi, like all these motherfuckers he cares about because they're part of the scouts and shit. Yeah. So he wants them to live, and not even just them, like people he don't even give a fuck on the island. People he don't even really know on the island he cares about. Yeah. I mean that's funny though too. Like it's you see the glimpses of those situations like come to fruition when they're like, so they're at the place and like they're at the new world, right? And I love the way they set this up, right? Like everyone's like eating this ice cream, like they're really tourists, and they can act like tourists because that's what this place is pretty much. Like Marley is like the hub, like if you think like of a big city, like this, like even though they're from the island, no one would ever know because a lot of people just act like this. You know what I mean? Exactly right. So it's funny to watch everyone who's, you know, you think they're so advanced, but then you get to see how primitive they really are, and it's really wholesome. But then you also, once again, they do a great job of just like sprinkling in like hatred into this. So like Eren is chilling there having fun watching his friends like be happy, and then the family, the little kid who's pickpocketing everyone, like takes it was Sasha's money. Yeah. And instead of them being like, oh, this kid is like obviously hungry, let's help him, the fucking whole city was like, oh, he's probably one of those like fucking scumbag
immigrants, like, and
Yeah.
then like, you know, from the outside, Aaron, who's like, I want these people to be good, you know.
Yeah.
He's seeing like the drastic two sides of how bad they
Of the
really
same
are. Like,
coin, exactly.
you know, like they're very nice to people when they're considered, you know, Marlians.
Exactly.
Like, they're treating them so human-like and so kind and so happy. Like, oh, you want here's an extra one. Like, oh, you've never had this. But then, like, as soon as something is not in the Marlian way, there's like, yo, someone's like, yo, tie him up and fucking stab him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
like, this
crazy.
this is after Sasha gets the money back, and she's like, it's fine, I got the bag back, and they're like, no, we gotta make an example of this kid. I'm like, what?
That's what
I'm like, random kid. I'm just like, huh?
I'm like, what the actual
Yo.
Yeah, and that's what they said. They were like, no, it's fine. They're like, no, it's not. We're fucking him up. And then you see Aaron. I'm pretty sure they pan to Aaron, and
they do.
Like,
and
like,
they do. They make sure to show Aaron in these scenes.
Yeah,
because another one because I think this is later, but later on we find out where this kid was obviously pickpocketing for his fucking family. Obviously, like, if anybody with a brain can see that.
Yeah.
That his family's fucking poor. And then we find out that these are people who have been displaced by war. Like, they have no home by war and shit like that. And they're literally the same as fucking people on the island, bro. As Aaron and shit.
Aaron let them go.
They go down. Aaron's fucking the best scene, bro. Aaron just fucking standing there sobbing. And I'm like, bruh. And then Mikasa comes, he wipes his tears, and he's like, bro.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
That's funny.
But, and then you see, like, it's so good because then they invite Aaron down for a drink. They all go, and Aaron's the first one to take the alcohol. He gets smashed. They're all partying. So this is a show that, like, these people are not different. Yeah. They've been nowhere near each other. They are from an island, isolated.
Literally.
And these are immigrants from who knows where, who got displaced by war from Marley. You know what I'm saying? And they are together eating, partying, having a good time because they're the fucking same. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy. Hundreds of years they've been separated, and yet they still are essentially the exact same.
Exactly.
Which was crazy to like.
It's wild.
And they keep going back to like how happy like Mikasa, like, and they were having fun, like, Sasha puking after.
Yeah, I love seeing that shit, bro. Everyone's passed out, and all you see is a dark Sasha. It's hard to see in the beginning. Yeah. I had to turn back. You see just throwing up chunks in the back.
Yeah, they turn the fuck up.
Bruh, it's just so funny.
Yeah. But it was, and like, I love the stress they kept putting on Aaron. They're like, Aaron, you're the main person in this. Like, you can't just be walking around. He's like, but he's never like walking around. He's always just kind of like observing, which is funny because everyone's worried about him, but he's just observing. Yeah. And everyone else isn't doing that, which is like great for the story because you get to, like you said, you get to see his perspective now. Like, everyone's there like living, but Aaron's observing. So like you get to see his mindset now. You're like, oh, he wasn't like, he didn't just show up and just have fun and is like, nah, I'm killing people. He's like, literally watching everything from start to finish. Yeah.
Like, you see his mind change because, like, even before, like, I feel like, I don't know if this is, like, legit. I don't know if this is even really explaining the story. This probably might be my headcanon, but, like, before Aaron gets to Marley, I think he's pretty convinced that everyone over there is bad.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When he's on the shores and he's pointing, he's like, everyone's my enemy over there. Like, he's convinced everyone is bad. Then he gets to Marley right now in the episode and he sees that, no, they're not bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you see that change. And then you see it change again when they get to, like, the hearing or whatever. Yeah. Where, like, the first guy's talking about, like, oh, not all Marlians or not all Elvians are bad. Like, we're good. Like, it's the Island Devils. Yeah. Again, with the Island Devils talking about that shit. And then you see them, how they react. And then Aaron leaves. Yeah. And then you get, again, like, okay, Aaron at first is like, oh, these people are bad. Then he has perspective shaken when he's like, oh, no. These people are not all bad. They're literally like the people on the island, good and bad, all colors of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like, all colors of the spectrum. Needs to be bad or good, whatever.
Yep.
Then he realizes that, okay, no, it's the spectrum, but like there's no other option because they're not even gonna hear us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no other option other than I gotta do this shit. And that's when he leaves, goes to find Zeke, and then this shit happens.
Yeah, and
so
that's
you see the waves
true.
in his mind, bro.
I love that. I really did love that because they pieced it together like that too. Like his mind changed in the beginning.
Episode,
then they saw the kid.
So good. Yeah.
And then they went and drank with the people. But then he, like you said, they went to the hearing and they were talking about we're not bad people. And like you could see, he was like, oh, like maybe there's something good. And then it instantly switched, like you said,
exactly.
Right to fuck the island devils. And
exactly.
Like, and that was
like, you know what? And he just leaves.
Yeah,
he's just like, you know what?
If that was a moment, it reminded me, like, we could do this because we're recording on, like, camera. Like, it was one of those moments, like, in my head, like, the way it felt was, he was like, yeah, like, we're all not bad. And he was, like, into it. And then the guy's like, fuck the island devil. He's like,
he threw his hand up. He just like, you know, fuck it, man.
Yeah, you know,
like, fuck it. I might just murder you all.
I thought we were there. I thought we were going to do it. Like,
and then you see, like, and then Eren goes along with the Zeke shit, and then you see Mikasa says, next time we saw Eren, after the hearing and he dipped off, next time they saw him was too late. He already did his shit.
He was already deep.
Yeah.
Which is so cool that it wasn't like a planned thing. Like she was like, and you thought that in the first episode.
You did.
And it's not.
You thought Eren left paradise to do this, but it's not the case.
No.
Like, I didn't even think about that. Like, this shit literally, like, changed the entire perspective of that first part. I didn't even think about that because in the first part, you think Eren leaves paradise to attack Marley, and then they follow him and they live there like, John lives there following Eren. But no, they all go there together to talk this out. And then Eren realizes they're not even going to hear us. There's no way for us to even do this other than I have to just murder everyone and make sure that my people are safe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking crazy, bro.
And that's what I loved. That's what I really also loved about this episode as well. Because like it took it right back to episode 1, where your perspective, like you said, is they went there. They were scouting, so on. But you also thought that this was a plan set by all of them to acquire the Hammer Titan.
Right.
But then you find out that Mikasa and them didn't even know where he went, and they just happened to show up.
Right.
So he yelled Mikasa just cause and she showed up.
He had to have known they were there, but once the motherfucker, because he knew that they were on Marley, first of all, and he knew, I guess Eren in his mind, like, he's like, all right, if I do an attack, they're gonna show up because they're gonna be ready about what I'm gonna do, because they were on call before that. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, if I do an attack, they're gonna pop up no matter what. So he knew, so he was doing this thing regardless, knowing that whenever he pops off, they're gonna swoop in to get him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He knew. But it wasn't premeditated. Like, the whole thing wasn't premeditated, bro. Like, it was on a whim. When he realized, like, there's no other fucking option. Yeah. There's no option.
It was just, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I thought was the sickest part of this entire episode. Was literally just like a singular moment. And it reminded me of a callback to Gabby. You know what I mean? Like that's what it felt like. And it felt like Eren was also the same as Gabby. And I think that's why the characters so
very similar. They look similar.
Yeah.
They are very similar.
And the callback to me just felt like, Eren felt the same way, like, those are all of our enemies. And he got there and he's like, wow, these people are not our enemies. But like the difference with Gabby and him he's like, wow, they're just gonna murder my people regardless.
Exactly. So regardless. Yeah. Whereas like Gabby realized that, like, no, they are the same as us. And like, if we didn't do shit to them, none of this would have really happened.
Yeah, shit, they would never even came over here.
Exactly. Yeah. But now it's gotten to a point based on, like, not even just people's like decisions even before Eren have led to a point where like no matter what happens, they are trying to kill Paradise now.
Yeah.
So there's no, like I said, I've been saying, and this the moral of this entire episode is like Eren got pushed into a corner. There's no option. Even when he's talking to Historia, which is the part we have to get to, it's there's no option for, like to save his people.
Yeah.
There's no choice.
Yeah, Historia
really
also
what it comes down to.
Was on point though. It was funny. She was like,
yeah.
I love how all the scouts have the same feeling. Like, yo, genocide is not the answer.
Yeah.
This boy's like, but did she like go with him on it? She's like, yeah, you're like,
I don't know if she went along with it, but then she was kind of like, genocide is wrong, but then she's also like, but like, she also knows that like, if he doesn't do that, they're fucked. Yeah. Same as like Hanji and them. They all know, but they're gonna do the bigger thing.
Oh yeah, he said to her, he's like, we're not sacrificing your children like the previous.
He's like, I love that line. He's like, I'm not having children eat their parents anymore. I love that shit, bro. I love it. Beautiful. I fucking love it, bro. It's so good. Because again, it shows that Eren's not some heartless bastard. You know what I'm saying? Like it just shows that he's been very consistent in what he wants. Yeah. And his freedom to do what he pleases. And not have motherfuckers try and take away and hurt him for just existing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And he doesn't want to hurt
just wanting freedom.
People. Yeah. That's crazy.
And again, like, if he doesn't do this, their freedoms will be taken because they're going to come to the island.
Yeah. Him saying that to her, too, I'm not having children eat their parents anymore.
I loved it, bro.
That was fucking awesome.
So good. So good.
Because I look back at the panel of... Like, after hearing that, I went and looked back at the panel of when the kids ate the first Ymir. Yeah. And it was just her dead body, like, literally on a table.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's, like, fucked, man.
It's fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Fucked.
So I was like, holy shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. So it literally just shows that this motherfucker Eren has been consistent.
Yeah.
And Mikasa says that in the beginning. She's like, people think that Eren just flipped the switch, but like, I don't think he did. He's been the same kind of.
Mm-hmm. He's just, and he's been very logical about it, but he's also been very open. Like, that's what you also get from this too. He's been very, very open about changing, about his goal, you know, like he's been open-minded, like, hey, like maybe these people will change, maybe I don't have to go through with this. And it felt like every step of the way, like even the meeting with Yelena, she's like, we're gonna euthanize all of the Eldians. So, and he was like, but like, bro, like, come on, like, let's not do that. Like, that's the only way. And he's like, so he's been hearing people out. Like, he's not like the villain, you know, he's not like just, I'm gonna kill people, that's it, I want it my way. He's literally went to each camp. Like, that's crazy. He went to each fucking camp. Like, even the Jaegers, he was like, with Flock, he's like, yo, like, this is how it's gonna go down. Are we doing this? Like, are you gonna do this? You go, okay. He's like, with Yelena, with Zeke. Like, he's been bopping. He even fucking... I don't know if they, like, touched on it as much, but when he was on the front lines, like, they just showed him, like, yo, Eren really can do shit. Like, I don't... His will is strong,
the man, bro. His will is strong. Like... It's insane. His strong. The man cut it because we didn't know how he got the hobo Eren look. We find out in this episode is that he got sent to the trenches, obviously, because he was posing as somebody in the internment camp. Yeah. They send them into a war zone. He's in the trenches, niggas dead bodies around him, and he got a cloth tied in his mouth. He's cutting his leg off with like a jagged blade, bro. And then he takes a bullet from the ground and he pokes his eye out, bro.
Yeah. How fucking...
the nigga's metal, bro.
Yeah.
He's fucking metal, bro.
He's built different in a whole lot of ways, bro. But yeah.
The man's will to just move forward and do what's necessary to reach his destination is just incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Unreal. Oh, just craziness. So yeah, that shit was like, you get that vibe from him again, like where he's, like I said, he went to all the spots. He even went to so you know he had to have been in a camp, And then he
Yeah.
also had to be in the trenches, so he got all the sides. Like, there's not a side that he didn't get.
He's everywhere, just like trying to figure out what the fuck could I do.
Yeah. And to think he got to the point where it's like, nope, I gotta fucking cut my leg off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. And we can't forget, like, even as he's going to all these camps, Eren knows the future.
Yeah.
So as he knows the future, he's like, can I change this? Like, anyway? Like, is there something I could do to make this not have to go through with this?
Yeah.
And then every time he goes to, he realized, like, nah, I can't. Like, there's nothing else.
Yeah. There's no way.
I still don't know how they're gonna stop this boy. After I seen him cut his own leg off, poke his eye out, you gonna talk him out of this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be tight, bro.
You're right. You're right.
I don't know how. And then I've been hearing that the ending is not great, and I could see it, because how are you gonna talk him out of it? Like, what's a good reason that you're gonna talk Eren out of this shit?
I think Annie's explanation is the best. She's like, what are you guys gonna do?
What are you gonna say to him?
Yeah. Like she's like, I just want to know what you're gonna say. Like,
exactly. Like I just want to know, bro, because I don't see any possibility.
Yeah, I see 0% chance.
I don't, bro. Like, after I seen a man cut his leg off, bro.
Yeah.
Poke his eye with a dirty bullet.
Ugh.
What? Huh?
Dude. Yeah. Fucking Eren, the fucking goat, man.
Yeah, bro.
As an MC, Aaron's a he's
so sick.
Goated MC, man.
And like I said, we needed this because up until this point, we didn't have Aaron's motive. Like, up until this point, it was a kind of a thought where, like, they attacked us, so we're gonna take them out before they can do it again.
Yeah.
But now it's a thing where, like, Eren really exhausted all possibilities to try and save his island.
Yeah.
And there's no other choice than to just literally wipe everybody out, which is fucked. But it's fucked.
Literally get the murders going. It's true. There's no.
It's fucking wild, bro. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I'm just glad we learned that he's not a regular, like, murdering bastard. Like, I'm glad we got the confirmation, because I've been saying that, but niggas just looking at me sideways when I said that. Like, now we got confirmation that he's not just some asshole who's just killing on a whim. Like, no,
he's a real human.
Yeah. As human as
they
get, to be honest.
Yeah. So
this shit was good.
It was a solid flip, man.
Yeah. Even the music in this shit, when they in the ocean scene, when they bring the season 1 music back to, like, when Eren's like and Eren's like the flashback, you seeing his mom get eaten, and he's seeing the mom get eaten again. Like, he has all this other flashback and shit about what he'd been through and how he got here.
Yeah. When
you see his giant skeleton body, bro.
That's crazy. That shit's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Unreal.
And I'm like, there's nothing y'all can do, bro.
Yeah, y'all are cooked.
Y'all seen them, like, they had a little fleet. They send one line of fire. It kills, like, maybe like 100, maybe not even less than 150 colossals, and then they're just like thousands more, and then Eren.
Yeah. And then Eren.
Terrifying, bro.
That's funny. Yo, there's this little bird that's outside my window picking up straw from the top of a house. It was so sick.
Wait.
Yeah.
You're building a nest.
How you're building this? But that's real rap, man. Like,
yeah, the season 1 music callback, that shit. Eren saying that he's gonna kill all his enemies, and that being a callback to season 1 where he says kill the Titans who were his enemies back then. Like,
yeah, it's always gonna be an enemy, fam.
Nigga, he's been consistent.
So he is super consistent. Oh, and we got that was the other thing. I also almost forgot to, like, mention this. I loved how they brought back the explanation. Like, remember how he was, like, talking to Armin and Mikasa about how, like, the Archimans, like, protect the host or whatever.
Oh, yes.
And they finally gave, like, an explanation, and like,
and he's like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, he's like, that's not real. He's like,
he just loves you, nigga. He just loves you, bro.
Yeah.
he's like, I just think she likes you enough to kill Titans for you. Like that's
Yeah.
what it is.
It's so sick.
And like, bro. And I said that also. I'm like, I knew that wasn't. He was just rapping. This man was just rapping like that, bro. Like on his bullshit.
He was.
Yeah, like we knew that wasn't a real, bro, because Levi had no choice to do that for Erwin.
Yeah.
He didn't do that for him. Like, so what? Come on, bro.
I like the explanation. Like, that's when their survival instinct kicks in.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, all right, yeah, makes sense. Like, makes a lot of sense.
And
like,
I mean, it's in line with what we saw because she was gonna get killed, and it popped off. So obviously,
Yeah, I still love that scene where they're like, "Yo, the knife went through the nigga's back, all the way into his chest bone." Like how hard you gotta push for that to happen.
Exactly, bro. Dude, that shit's insane, bro.
Yeah, blew out this nigga's chest.
Yo, I'm weak, bro. That shit, I'm telling you, crazy.
Yeah. So I give it. What do you give this episode?
I give it like a 9, bro. I can't give it a 10 because it's fake finale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that exact same thing, bro. I was gonna say
I can't.
It would have been a 10 for me if there wasn't fake hype. If it
wasn't fake finale, then yeah. But it's so good. It gave me what I wanted, which is Aaron's thought process and why he's going through with this. You know what I'm saying? What we needed as well. Like we needed that shit.
We needed that as a gang.
Hell yeah.
I'm with you on that. I give it, fake finale 9. Outside that 10, like
yeah, it was so like everything was so good, bro. Like the dual parts of the episode, we get Mikasa's first half of like her wondering if she told Eren she loved him, if it would have changed shit, and then getting the backstory of like them and Marley, and then the second half of Eren's thought processes of like, nigga, I did everything, but we here now, and now he's just
and then like
on Marley, bro.
Yeah, then like multiple callbacks.
Yeah,
like finishing of specific ideas, things we were curious about, answers. We got to see Astoria again. Like,
yeah, true. We hadn't seen her the whole episode, the whole season too. We hadn't seen her.
So it was just a lot. Like it was so much packed in this episode, right? And then just
we forgot to mention also that like we said earlier that like Historia didn't like want to go along with this, but then Eren says that he's gonna take her memories away. And I remember a scene earlier in the season where we see Historia in a rocking chair just sitting. Yeah. Like, that's after she got her memories taken. So she's like, maybe she doesn't even know what's really happening or what Eren's really doing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because he even said it. Because she's like, Eren, I can't live with myself if I let you leave and do this, bro. And he's like, it's fine. I'll erase your memories, bro. I'm like, Jesus, Eren.
Yeah, Eren gangster. Gang 5. Jesus. This motherfucker got a 5 fucking got a 5-star GTA rating right now.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
Nah, that's crazy. So yeah, I loved it. I'll give it a 9. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's so good.
So yeah, you got anything else you want to add to the genre?
No, that's it. Like I said, I'm not waiting for another year for part 3. I'm gonna finish it in 9 weeks. Chapter a week.
Man said, I'm going to finish this. I might hop on.
It's not happening, bro.
If I'm going to read this One Piece, I might hop on the wave with you.
Yeah, dude.
You got a lot of bus
Just
time,
pull up to the stream on Sunday. I'm gonna be reading that shit.
Hey, all right. Yo, Sunday streams. I'm with it.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know what it is, fam. That's it, yo. 52. 52.
Yes, sir. Big preach. We're on Mantino. Big preach for rocking with us for a whole year, bro. Shit crazy.
Hey, yep. And I also wanted to say too, it was hilarious. Jake, he was telling me how he was wearing one of our hoodies, and someone came up was like, "Is that One Piece?" And he was like, "Nah, it's Dosyonkos. It is. It's by my boy Dosyonkos." He's like, "Oh my god, I gotta listen to that."
Oh, that's fire. Let's go.
Yeah, yo,
gassed up. Let's fucking get it.
I was gonna say it was definitely time to drop that. It literally happened like I think it was like yesterday or the day before. So I'm like, I was gonna drop it on the episode. So yeah, like
hell yeah.
We're getting that outside recognition. You know,
you got to
one day.
Yeah, you got to
mark it on your calendars, folks. All right, y'all. So have a good one. Much love, Big 52, and take it easy. Peace.
So this is a part of our podcast where we drop over all of our juicy handles. Please give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you have any business inquiries, get a hold of us at dosyonkos@gmail.com. If you want to become a Patreon or a patron of our podcast, $1 gets you a crewmate where you get special perks in our Discord, and $5 makes you a captain, which will get you exclusive access to our captain's convo in our Discord, where we answer your questions live on stream once a month. That can be at patreon.com/Dosyonkos. If you have the ability to, and you would like, it helps support our channel. We enjoy that very much. Also, if you need any apparel or want to get a dope Dosyonkos t-shirt, hit us up at www.activegamerfitness.com/shop, and you can pick up hoodies, hats, t-shirts, mugs. And
Yes, sir.
Sam hits us with the great content of, give us a fucking review on Apple.
A review on Apple, bruh.
So yeah, what is it? If you review, give us a 5-star review on
Yes, sir. Apple Podcasts or whatever. We'll read them, Johns. Talk shit about us if you want.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if it's 5 stars, we'll read it on the podcast.
Yeah, please don't talk shit about us, but we'll definitely drop.
If it's 5 stars, I don't give a fuck. Like I said, if it's 5 stars, I don't care.
Imagine that. You just get the 5 stars.
I don't.
Oh damn. That being said, I hope y'all are having a great time, and peace.
Peace.